Let x represent the difference between the number of heads and the number of tails obtained when a coin is tossed n times. What are the possible values of x? So we are tossing a coin n times, which means we are going to get some heads and tails. But within this n times, some of them will be heads and some of them will be tail, and we are interested in the difference. So let's say the number of heads, let k be the number of heads, then n minus k would be the number of tails. So what's the range for k? So since we are tossing the coin n times, k can go from anywhere from 0, 1, 2 up to n. So the number of tail would be n minus 1 until n minus n, which is 0. And we are interested in the difference, which we call x here, and that is equal to k minus n minus k. Note that the k represents the number of heads, while the n minus k represents the number of tails. So then this equals to 2k minus n. So now what value can x take on? We already know that k goes from 0 to n. So when k equal to 0, x is going to be minus n. If you substitute 0 into the k, so it will be 0 minus n. That will be the smallest value for x. And then when k is equal to 1, it will be 2 minus n. And when k is equal to 2, it will be 4 minus n. You can see that actually the difference increment by 2 each time, because we have a coefficient of 2 in front of k. And when k reach the value of n, if we substitute k equal to n, x will be equal to 2 times n minus n, which is just n. So the value of x can take on n from anywhere from minus n to n with increments of 2 in between. So in the second part of this question, if the coin is assumed fair, then for n equal to 2, what are the probabilities associated with the values that x can take on? So for n equal to 2, we have 4 different cases that we can consider. Heads, 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 tail, tail, heads, tail, tail. And each case corresponds to different values of x. So in the first case, if they're both heads, so we will have 2 heads minus 0 tail, which is 2. If 1 head, 1 tail, x is actually cancelling out equal to 0. In the third case, it's also 1 head, 1 tail. In the last case, it's 2 heads, so it will be 0 minus 2. And what is the probability of x taking on this value? Since we know that these 4 cases are equally likely for a fair coin, so basically a head-head will take on 1/4 the same way as head-tail will take on 1/4, each of them having 1/4 probability. So we can write out the probability that x equal to 2 is probability that you get 2 heads, which is 1/4. And the probability that x equal to 1 will be the probability of head, tail, and tail head, which is 1/2. And the probability that x is equal to -2 will be the probability of getting tail, which is 1/4. So this is also known as the probability mass function, which we will learn later on.